The second major revolution was French Revolution. We have to study what were the situations that led for these French revolutions. In France, 9/10 of the population died of hunger and 1/10 with indigestion. This statement itself clearly indicates the social situation of the French society. The majority lived a miserable life, while the minority, including the rulers, led a luxurious life. This situation was the result of the socio-economic situations of the country. What were the socio-economic status of the country? Because the French society was divided into three strata, and these three stratas are known as the estates. We can see in the picture the different strata of the French society. First estate was clergy, the second estate was nobility, and third estate was the common people. What are the characteristics of these three estates? The first estate were the clergy. They held vast lands. They collected tax from the farmers. They were exempted from all the taxes. They controlled higher positions in administrative and military services. The second estate was nobles, and they engaged in military service. They collected various taxes from farmers. They made farmers work without wages and exempted from taxes, led luxurious life, and held vast lands. The third estate was the common people. They were the middle class, including traders, writers, lawyers, officials, teachers, and bankers, farmers, and craftsmen. They had no role in the administration. They paid land tax to the government, and they had low social status, and they paid taxes to clergy and nobles. Various thinkers and streams of thought had a great role in making the people aware of the inequalities and the exploitations. Now we are going to see what were the reasons of the French Revolution. The luxurious life and the squander of Bourbon kings, nobles, clergy, and the frequent wars they waged, and the frequent spells of drought and the crop failure brought France to the brink of bankruptcy. The financial and military assistance given to the American War of Independence also caused for the greater misery of the people. To levy new tax upon the commoners, Louis XVI summoned a States General, the representatives of the different estates, in 1789. Similar to the French society, the States General also divided into three estates. Each estate had a single voting system. Each estate maintained single voting system. That means each estate had one vote. Traditionally, each estate would vote as a group and had one vote. As a result, the first two estates could overrule the third estate. First two estates argued for estate-wise voting system, while the third estate demanded the individual voting system. While the arguments went on, the third estate declared themselves as the National Assembly of the France. They assembled in a tennis court nearby and swore not to leave the place until they had framed the Constitution of France. This event is known as tennis court oath. So you have to study very well about this tennis court oath. Now let's discuss about the subsequent events that were happened during this time. 14th July 1789, revolutionaries stormed with the slogan Liberty, Equality and Fraternity and demolished the Bastille prison, the symbol of Bourbon monarchy. This event is considered as the commencement of the French Revolution. 12th August 1789, the National Assembly passed the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen. October 1789, thousands of women marched from Paris to the Palace of Versailles with the slogan Give us bread. On September 1792, the National Convention, framed as per the new constitution, proclaimed France as a republic. Now we are going to see what were the influences of French Revolution. First one, it stimulated all the later revolutions in the world. It entered the feudal system in Europe and threatened the autocratic rulers. It proclaimed that nation is not merely a region but the people. It contributed the concept of people sovereignty. It led to the emergence of the nationalism. It helped the growth of the middle class. It spread the ideas of equality, liberty, and fraternity. These were the influences of the French Revolution. In this French Revolution, we have to study a little about the Napoleon Bonaparte. He had a great contribution for this French society. The French society revolted for the noble aims. They had to survive under the autocratic rules of Napoleon Bonaparte. Now we are going to see the contributions of the Napoleon Bonaparte for the French society. The farmers were made the owners of the land. He formed a sinking fund with the aim to avoid public debt. He constructed several roads for transportation. He exercised the state's control over the clergy. He established the Bank of France to centralize finance. And he prepared a new code of law by codifying the existing laws. In France, nationalism strengthened during the reign of Napoleon Bonaparte. One by one, he invaded the European countries, and the European countries feared because of the reforms of the Napoleon Bonaparte. And they organized themselves together under the leadership of England. And the Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated by the European alliance during the Battle of Waterloo in 1815.